ain't an option, so I'd be cautious. I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop.
Hello and welcome back to G.O.A.T Mania, the greatest of all time Mania. I'm your host, Calvin, back with another video. It's been a hell of a long time since I made a video for you all. I've just been so busy, but I'm back with another video here to talk about my post thoughts, my post reaction to the to last night's Royal Rumble 2020. Stayed up and watched it the whole way through. I'm not going to go through every single match or as much detail, but if you don't like spoilers, just click off the video. But you may have heard Edge made his return, which was absolutely insane. I think it's been about 8.5 years, something like that, since he because of his injury, and he's back. He looks amazing, his physique and everything. I'm hearing rumours as well. It's not confirmed, I don't think, but according to Wrestle Talk, that he signed a 3-year contract with the WWE, which is absolutely insane. But it was great to see him back. I'm going to start off this match, so if you don't want any spoilers, just click off the video now. But yeah, the winner of the Royal Rumble match was Drew McIntyre. I'm so happy, so happy it was Drew McIntyre. Loved it to be Edge, but I can understand that maybe they don't want to put too much pressure on him if booked him to win it and then to headline WrestleMania, because he just come off an injury, 8 years out. So it's pretty understandable. It was a great to see how to put him in that Royal Rumble match for so long, and to show everyone what what they've missed. He's still got it. He's still got it. He really has. He's still got it. And but yeah, Drew McIntyre won it, and I'll tell you some good points. It got so, and I'm going to swear because this is my channel, but it was such a piss take. It really was, because Brock Lesnar, number one, the current WWE champion, coming in, and he lasted until just after number 15 came out. It was an absolute piss take. They booked him to come out number one, yeah, and then number 2 came out, threw them over the rope, number 3, number 4, and just like that. And then he came across Rey Mysterio and Big E Langston and Kofi from the New Day, and they were just ganging up on him, and then suddenly they just had Brock to just throw all 3 of them out. And but yeah, and then it got to just after number 15 and 16, he even got Braun Strowman, I think, Keith Lee, who was one of the favourites, but I didn't think would win it. I think it's good to stay in NXT, still build that. I think he's the current North America champion as well, Keith Lee. But my money was on Drew McIntyre. But yeah, it was just a piss take, wasn't it? Just having him, every single competitor coming out, Elias, Eric Rowan, just throwing them out one by one. As soon as they came out, it was just absolutely annoying. John Morrison, a legend in WWE, he only lasted about, I'm sure it was only about 20 seconds at least. You know what I mean? That was an absolute piss take, that was. I thought, they're having the same amount of time Edge had, something like that. He's just come back as well, returned to WWE, John Morrison, and that was an absolute piss take, that was. So he was thrown over top of the rope. So yeah, that happened, and then it got to number 15, 16, and then suddenly Ricochet's in there, Drew McIntyre's in there, and then suddenly they're having a bit of a stare down, Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, and then Ricochet gives Brock Lesnar a low blow, and then suddenly Brock is struggling to stand, obviously, and he's near the ropes, and then suddenly Drew McIntyre eliminates him. Great teamwork by the both of them. And then the pop, I can't tell you, the pop from the crowd, the reaction was just insane. That's just, I was like that. It was just it was absolutely insane. It was amazing. It was just so boring having it in, and I thought, this can't go on forever, seriously. So they got him out, which was great. Drew McIntyre staring down Brock Lesnar from inside the ring, looking down at Brock Lesnar. It looks like he's coming for that title, unless things change. I hope they do, because you know what I mean. So yeah, so it was great. Edge made his return. The pop, though, when his music hit, You Think You Know Me, he came out and he looked amazing. You know what I mean? Physique and everything. He still got it. He came in spear after spear after spear. I think it was Dolph Ziggler. I think there was Carl Anderson he speared as well. Drew McIntyre. It was just amazing. It was great seeing. I was just so worried. You know when you're worried when you see someone come back after an injury, a major injury after so long, out, and then you're like, oh, he's doing a spear, and you're like, oh god, please don't injure yourself. You don't need to get yourself injured again because you're worried, aren't you? I think the same happened. Everyone was like that with Daniel Bryan when he came back, and everyone was like, oh my god, don't, please, be careful. You know what I mean? So Edge, did fantastic. He did fantastic. As you can see, there was a rated RKO reunion with Randy Orton. They teamed up to go against some of the other competitors to eliminate them. And it did come to a time where you saw when Edge's back was turned and Randy was behind, he was teasing RKO or something like that, or to eliminate him. Edge wasn't having it. He turned around, Randy was just playing, but Edge wasn't having it. He was just going, yeah. And then suddenly got Randy and eliminated Randy Orton because he thought, I'm not falling for that, Randy. It was like that. It was very entertaining from halfway through. All the way through from number 1 to number 15, it was just boring. Just having Brock throw everybody out one by one. But yeah, it was from the halfway through from 15 to 30. It was very entertaining. It picked up pace, which was very good. But yeah, Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins. Before we got to Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins in there as well. I'm really enjoying this heel run he's having at the moment. Great to see him heel again. Buddy Murphy, AOP. It was some great teamwork. You know what I mean? It was just Seth Rollins in it, but you had AOP and Buddy Murphy around the ring. Lurking around and then helping Seth Rollins eliminate some of the guys as well. But yeah, and then it was a funny moment because after Seth Rollins curb stomp, I think Roman Reigns. And then he was ganged up. I think Edge was around him and stuff, and Drew McIntyre, and Randy Orton. And he had like, come on, Roman, with a shield, come on. And then Roman was like, you just curb stomped me, mate. You just curb stomped me on. and then suddenly he Superman punched him, and then Edge grabbed him. I'm just thinking of throwback of back in 2014 when. You remember when that storyline of Seth Rollins with the Authority and he was about to curb stomp Edge to persuade to get John Cena to reconsider, to get the Authority back. If you remember those days of the storyline, the Authority storyline near the end of 2014. So you can see he was angry. He grabbed him by his chest, by his top, and he got him against the corner of the ring. So it was very exciting. It was very exciting. So Drew McIntyre, over the moon. He deserves it. I was so happy. Glad it wasn't Roman Reigns. For crying out loud, if he won it, oh god. So Drew McIntyre, we'll see how this goes now. But yeah, on to the women's. I enjoyed that a lot. The women's Royal Rumble. We have Mighty Molly returning. You have some of the same as the men's were, so NXT coming out as well. Tony Storm in there. I had a feeling that they won't win, but it was good to, get that experience that's, to what it's like in a Royal Rumble and stuff. And it was great. And I actually thought Shayna Baszler was going to win it. I really did. There was a lot of people saying that she was favourites to win it. But Charlotte won it. I was like, oh God, Charlotte again? Really? I mean, if Roman Reigns won the men's one, that would just been taking the biscuit, wouldn't it? So Charlotte won the women's. She came out, gave a bit of a promo at the end, just slating the crowd, saying, "Oh, you're all against me," blah blah blah. So yeah, that happened, but it was very exciting. Love how Naomi was outside the ring on top of the announcers desk. She managed to get back in the ring after, was it 10 minutes later, something like that. Mandy Rose, that was the funniest one. This thing going on with Mandy Rose and Otis, this love story. But it was funny because you couldn't see on the side until the camera guy went round, and she fell over the top of the rope, and we thought, oh, she's eliminated. But no, she fell right on top of Otis, who was randomly there. Looked like they were kissing or something like that. She fell, what I mean? So Mandy got back into the ring, but I'm loving this love story going on between Otis and Mandy. It's really funny. So yeah, that's what happened. Very, very impressed with Bianca Belair. I'm a huge fan of her in NXT. She's got a lot of potential to become something big in the main roster if they use her right. You know what I mean, with Vince and his tactics, his storylines and everything, shit storylines. But yeah, with Bianca Belair, I think she was eliminated quite a few, didn't she? And but yeah, she's very, very good, very, very talented, Bianca Belair. I was tipping her to win it. I really didn't want Charlotte to win it, but unfortunately she did. So see how this goes on. She'll be challenging either Becky Lynch, or we don't need this again. We don't need this again. Another Becky Lynch Charlotte feud. We don't need this. I need something new, something fresh. Or she could be challenging Bayley, which is even worse of a feud. So just to finish the last match as well in this video, I'm just doing the 3 matches that I really enjoyed the most. The Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin match. I know before this match even happened, before the bell rang, this match just screamed boring. Before anything happened, it just screamed boring. But hey, it proved us all wrong. It showed us it was one hell of a match. It went into the crowd, and even Roman through Baron Corbin. What do you call them? Those little public toilets or something like that, you know, that you just have. And yeah, he just threw him in there, and then suddenly flipped the public toilet, something like that, on his side. But yeah, it was a lot more better than that as well. But the crowd, I can't tell you. You could see the crowd. I mean, there were so many phones in the air. I can't tell you. I feel that's what ruins it. I feel like phones, you know, today, you know, with technology, it's ruined it, because people can't seem to enjoy things like having the phone down and just enjoying it. You know what I mean? I feel like since, you know, if you went back about 15 years, it'd be different. You know what I mean? You wouldn't see a phone there, you know what I mean? So, but the whole match, it was really good. The Usos made an appearance, Dolph and Robert Roode with his, well, if he's still got the magnificent moustache. So yeah, it was really intense. It got you on the edge of your seat. You know, you didn't know what was going to happen. So they made what could have been a boring match into a very exciting, you know, watchable match. They really did. It was a lot happening. It was just so much going into the crowd, and the crowd were like, everyone was in the way, and it was so good. And you could see from an angle when they zoomed out, it was like a swarm of ants, you know, going around, you know, with the phones in the air, with these phones in the air, like following Roman and Baron around. It was so funny. But I really enjoyed the match, and it was watchable. It really was watchable. I think it was the first match of the night, you know, barring the kickoff show. You know, I'm talking about of the official show starting. But I thought, oh, what a boring match to start the show. But hey, you know, it proved us all wrong. I thought it was a very, very good match. So those were the 3 matches I enjoyed. The men's, women's Royal Rumble matches over the top rope, and the Reigns and Corbin match. So I'm very, very interested to see what brand Edge will be going to, SmackDown or Raw. So that's going to be interesting, if he's going to get any storylines and any good feuds. I'd love to see him at WrestleMania this year. It'd be absolutely amazing. I'm sure they'll get something for him WrestleMania in the main show. I really hope they do, because he deserves this, because he's been 8 years out with a major injury. He deserves this. He looks amazing, like it says, his physique. You know, he's still got it, and I just feel the crowd were pumped and everything. The huge pop, the crowd were just amazing. You know, they all knew who the NXT guys and girls were who came out. But, you know, overall, great show. So anyway, guys, I've been Calvin from G.O.A.T Mania, the greatest of all time Mania. I'm back with a bang, baby. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back soon. Hopefully more videos to come out very, very soon. AEW as well. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I've been the G.O.A.T from G.O.A.T Mania. See you later!